To start our practice, we'll come to seated on the heels with the hands at heart center in Hridaya Mudra. So that's the right hand on the heart and the left hand over top. And this can be a nice way to settle into the body and the breath and let the mind drop into the space behind the hands. And from here, we'll start to find organic movement with the hands that follows the breath. So as if the expansion of the breath in the body expands out into the arms and hands. We'll find whatever movement feels natural to you, following the breath, as if the breath is making the hands and arms move. Feel softness and flow, and expansion with the inhale, and gentle recoil with the exhale. Moving naturally as the body and breath wants. Letting the mind really drop into the experience of the body, moving gently and organically with the breath. And then we'll let go of that movement and bring the palms in front of the low ribs. Gently press the tips of the thumbs together, allowing the other fingers to relax inward. This is Angusta Mudra. Release the shoulders back and down, with the elbows held slightly away from the body, the forearms parallel to the earth, and the spine naturally aligned. And on your next inhale, bring your arms out to goalpost, pull your shoulders together behind your back. And when you exhale, forcefully bring the hands together in front of you without touching the palms. So the inhale will be out to the side, pulling the shoulder blades together behind you with fists. Then spread the fingers wide, exhale, and pull them together without touching them. We'll continue to follow that breath. Powerful exhales as you bring the hands together. And then the next time you bring your arms out to the sides with an inhale, release the fists and then bend over to your left as you exhale, stretching the right arm up overhead, feeling the stretch in the right side of the body and the breath moving into the right side of the body. When you inhale next, come back into those goalpost arms with fists. And as you exhale, we'll go over to the right this time, stretching the left arm up overhead, breathing into the left side of the body, feeling the stretch on the left side of the body and the expansion on the left side of the body. And then come back to center with goalpost arms. And as you exhale, come into tabletop pose and then plank. In your plank pose, extend the legs back behind you. Imagine spreading the collarbones further apart from one another and drawing the chest forward through the shoulders. At the same time, draw the low ribs together and feel the integrity of the core. Feel the power of the hands and the weight in the hands as the shoulders support you. Let the knees then come to the mat and come wide, and we'll take child's pose. Rest the forehead down on the mat. Letting the body rest. Feeling opening here in the armpits and across the chest. And now come up to tabletop, stack the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders, and extend the right arm forward and the left leg back. Notice if you lost any integrity through the core, pull the low ribs together, and still think of drawing the collarbones away from one another and the heart forward. With an inhale, we'll find length here, and then as you exhale, you're going to reach your right arm out to the side, pulling your shoulder blade back on the back closer to the spine. Keeping that integrity through the core, we'll pull the shoulder blade back on the back as we stretch the arm out to the side. And then let the right hand come back down to the floor, kickstand the right foot out to the side, and lift the left arm high as you open your heart up to the side. This is side plank. Stretching the heart open, maybe even towards the sky. And then we'll come back into tabletop. And we'll take the opposite side. The left hand reaches forward, the right leg reaches back. Again, maintaining that integrity through the core and the openness in the chest with the collarbones spreading apart from one another. When you inhale, get a little bit more length, and then as you exhale, reach the left hand to the side, pulling the shoulder blade onto the back more towards the spine. So super active in the shoulder as you extend the arm out to the side when you exhale. Reaching forward, you inhale, and out to the side, you exhale, pulling the shoulder blade onto the back. And then let the left hand come down to the mat, kickstand that left foot out to the side, reach the right leg back, and open your body up towards the side, reaching the right arm high. This is supported side plank. And then drop the right hand down to the mat. And now walk your hands forward just a bit, and with the knees on the floor, allow the hips to drop so that the torso becomes straight. From here, we'll come into a low push-up, bend the elbows, and let the chest hover above the floor. And when you inhale, let's find up dog, lift the heart high. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, we'll find down dog. We'll walk our hands back one handprint. And then take the right hand and reach for the outside of the left calf, pulling on the outside of the left calf to try to deliver that right chest over to the other side. And then we'll switch. Take the left hand, reach for the outside of the calf, and turn your heart underneath that right armpit as if you're trying to deliver your left chest over to the side. And then we'll come back into down dog, walk the hands back forward, and then walk the feet forward, and we'll come into a forward fold. Bend your knees enough that the hands can reach the floor, and start to pat on the floor, slapping onto the feet, onto the shins, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the backs of the thighs, the hips, sides of the hips, back of the hips, belly, sides of the ribs, chest, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, palms. And then let the hands rest and feel the energy in the body as you ground down through the feet, noticing any sensations happening in the body. And next we'll take Hara Kumbhaka. We'll start by taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll step forward with the right foot into a lunge, arms come out to goalpost, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, exhale. Breath in as you step back, then exhale the left side. Inhale as you step back. Then exhale out to the right in a squat. Inhale, come back. And exhale out to the left and squat. Inhale, come back. And then exhale, come into a squat, reach the arms up overhead, and breathe. Inhale, come back to standing. Come back to resting position, standing, and then we'll start again. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, right leg lunges, exhale, open mouth. Left leg to the right, to the left, and then squat, arms reach up overhead. Come back to standing now and let the body rest, noticing any sensations. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, and then as you exhale, we'll come back into plank. Again, finding that stability through the core, the collarbones spread apart as the heart pulls forward through the shoulders, but the low ribs stay knitted together. We'll then find child's pose, let the knees go wide, rest the head down on the mat. Noticing the rest in the body and the ease, even after finding the power in the breath, the arms, and the chest. Now we rest. Walk the hands back now to come to seated and gently walk the knees together. And again, we'll take Angusta Mudra, bringing the thumbs to touch in front of the low ribs, gently allowing the other fingers to curl and relax inward. As you hold Angusta Mudra, take several natural breaths to attune to all the feelings and sensations awakened by this gesture. Let the shoulders relax down the back and the heart gently lift to fill the space between the shoulders. Notice your breath in the space of the throat and neck and chest, and a sense of spaciousness in those areas. As spaciousness expands throughout this area of your being, you are able to hear your inner voice more clearly, allowing its messages to guide your life journey. This message may also be an affirmation you are starting to cultivate in your practice, and it may be in the form of words, images, symbols, intuition, or subtle feelings. In order to cultivate inner listening, take several breaths to bring to mind this affirmation or something you are hoping will guide you in your life at this time. Take some time to attune to this affirmation, listening to any messages you receive, inviting clarity for the affirmation to be expressed in your body and mind and heart. And as you begin to embody this affirmation, envision how it might be integrated into all dimensions of your life journey. Feel it in your body now as you hold this mudra. See yourself making the changes you need to honor this affirmation, allowing it to be manifested as a lived reality. Affirm your deeper listening and experience of your affirmation, repeating the following 3 times aloud or silently. Listening to the voice of my inner being, I receive clear guidance for my life journey. Listening to the voice of my inner being, I receive clear guidance for my life journey. Now slowly release the gesture, taking several breaths to integrate the wisdom you have received. Feel the presence of your affirmation embodied now in this moment at this time. And when you are ready, open your eyes, returning slowly and gently, more sensitive to the inner voice that guides your journey and supports your deepest desires and affirmations.